If you want to know how long you might live after 70, don't look for the answer in a medical report or a genetic test. The secret isn't in your past, it's in how you live each day. Longevity isn't just about years, it's about the choices we make, the habits we cultivate, and the mindset we embrace. Today, I'll share 6 powerful signs that reveal not only how long you might live, but how well you will live. These signs, rooted in real-life stories, will inspire you to move, think, connect, and find purpose in ways that can transform your future. Before we begin, I'd really appreciate it if you like this video. It helps me keep sharing more important lessons. If you haven't subscribed yet, I highly recommend hitting the subscribe button and turning on the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. Also, if you enjoy this video, please comment 1. If you don't, comment 0 so I know how to improve. Now, let's get started. At 78 years old, Mr. George is the embodiment of vitality. Every morning, he laces up his shoes and walks to the local grocery store, carrying his bags home without a second thought. It isn't just the act of walking that amazes those around him, it's the ease with which he moves, the confidence in his steps, the energy that radiates from him. His younger neighbors, some even in their 60s, often comment on how remarkable it is that he still climbs stairs effortlessly, while they struggle with aching joints. But Mr. George has a simple philosophy: movement is life. He doesn't see his daily walks as exercise. He sees them as his way of ensuring he stays independent for as long as possible. Physical mobility is one of the clearest indicators of how well a person is aging. It determines not only how easily you move, but also how much control you have over your own life. The ability to walk, climb stairs, and perform daily tasks without strain directly affects independence and overall well-being. Research consistently shows that those who remain physically active in their later years enjoy a higher quality of life, experience fewer health issues, and even live longer. This isn't about running marathons or lifting heavy weights. It's about keeping the body in motion every single day. As we age, muscles naturally weaken, joints become stiffer, and balance declines. But these changes don't have to mean an inevitable loss of mobility. In fact, simple, consistent movement can make a dramatic difference in maintaining strength and flexibility. Whether it's walking to the store like Mr. George, gardening, stretching, or even doing chair exercises, every bit of movement matters. What's important is consistency. The key to maintaining mobility isn't about how much effort you put in one day. It's about making movement a natural part of your daily life. Many older adults slow down not because their bodies can't move, but because they've adopted a more sedentary lifestyle over time. They sit more, walk less, and eventually, they start to believe that slowing down is just a part of aging. But Mr. George proves that's not true. He has never let age dictate what he can or cannot do. He moves because he wants to continue living life on his own terms. And that's the true power of physical mobility. It keeps you independent, capable, and in control of your own future. If you want to live well after 70, keep moving. Take a walk, stretch your body, stay active in ways that bring you joy. Don't let age determine your limits. Let your actions determine how well you age. Like Mr. George, make movement your lifelong habit. Because the more you move, the longer you'll keep moving, and the longer you'll keep living a vibrant, independent life. At 82 years old, old Paul is a living testament to the power of an active mind. He still reads 2 books a month, diving into history, philosophy, and the occasional mystery novel. On weekends, you'll find him at the kitchen table, locked in a game of chess with his grandkids, teaching them strategies that have been passed down through generations. But what truly surprises his family is that, even at his age, he solves complex puzzles faster than those half his age. His quick thinking, sharp memory, and ability to learn new things have defied the expectations of what aging should look like. Mental sharpness is one of the strongest indicators of longevity and quality of life. It's not just about being intelligent, it's about keeping the brain engaged, adaptable, and full of curiosity. As we age, cognitive decline becomes a real concern. The ability to think clearly, solve problems, and remember important details can start to fade if the brain isn't regularly exercised. However, research shows that people who continue to challenge their minds through reading, puzzles, learning new skills, or even engaging in meaningful conversations are far less likely to suffer from conditions like dementia and Alzheimer's. Keeping the brain active strengthens neural connections, improving memory, problem-solving skills, and overall cognitive function. Many people assume that cognitive decline is an unavoidable part of aging, but old Paul's story proves otherwise. His mind remains sharp because he refuses to let it slow down. He treats his brain like a muscle. It needs to be challenged, stretched, and worked out just like the body. Whether it's reading, playing chess, learning a new language, or even engaging in debates, every little effort to stimulate the brain contributes to long-term mental clarity. The key to maintaining mental sharpness isn't necessarily about formal education or solving the hardest puzzles. It's about staying engaged with the world. People who continue learning and challenging themselves in new ways remain mentally vibrant well into their later years. Those who stop engaging, who let their days become routine and predictable, often experience a decline much sooner than necessary. Another factor that contributes to mental sharpness is social interaction. Conversations, storytelling, and even friendly debates keep the brain active and engaged. Isolation, on the other hand, can lead to cognitive stagnation. This is why staying connected with friends, discussing ideas, and even teaching others, like old Paul does with his grandkids, plays a crucial role in maintaining a sharp mind. The lesson from old Paul's life is clear. If you want to stay mentally sharp as you age, never stop learning. Read, write, play games, solve puzzles, or engage in conversations that challenge your thinking. Keep your brain active, and it will reward you with clarity, memory, and sharpness for years to come. Just as a strong body helps you stay independent, a sharp mind ensures that you continue making the most of every moment, no matter how many years pass. If you're still watching this video and find these lessons helpful, please comment one below to let me know you're still here with me. Thank you for taking the time to watch. At 75, Grandpa Walter's life changed forever. He lost his wife of over 50 years, the woman who had been his partner, his best friend, and his source of comfort through every stage of life. The grief was overwhelming, and for a while, it seemed like the weight of that loss might consume him. But instead of retreating into loneliness and despair, Grandpa Walter made a choice. He chose to keep moving forward. He found solace in new hobbies like gardening, woodworking, and even learning to paint. He also made sure to stay socially active, meeting friends regularly and sharing stories over coffee. Though the sadness never fully left, he didn't let it define him. Instead, he focused on the things that gave him purpose, managing his grief with grace and strength. This ability to navigate life's hardships and come out stronger is called emotional resilience, and it's one of the most critical factors in determining not just how long we live, but how well we live. Life after 70 comes with inevitable challenges, loss of loved ones, changes in health, and adjustments to new realities. But what sets apart those who thrive from those who simply endure is how they respond to these difficulties. Do they allow hardships to break them, Or do they adapt and find new ways to embrace life? Studies have shown that emotional resilience is closely linked to physical health. Those who can manage stress effectively are less likely to develop chronic illnesses like high blood pressure, heart disease, or depression. Stress and grief, when left unchecked, take a serious toll on the body, weakening the immune system and accelerating aging. But those who develop healthy coping mechanisms, whether through hobbies, social interactions, or personal reflection, protect themselves from these negative effects and give themselves the best chance at a longer, more fulfilling life. Resilience doesn't mean avoiding pain or pretending that everything is fine. It means allowing yourself to feel emotions while also taking steps to heal. Grandpa Walter's journey shows that even in the face of deep loss, there is still room for growth, joy, and new beginnings. His ability to focus on what he still had, rather than what he had lost, allowed him to reclaim his happiness. For anyone hoping to live well after 70, emotional resilience is not just a helpful trait, it's a necessity. Life will continue to bring challenges, but your response to them will shape your future. Learn to adapt, to find comfort in new routines, and to seek joy in unexpected places. Surround yourself with people who uplift you, and never be afraid to try something new. As Grandpa Walter shows, resilience is not about forgetting the past, it's about carrying it with you while still looking forward. It's about choosing hope over despair, action over stagnation, and growth over surrender. Those who cultivate emotional strength not only live longer, but they also live better, embracing each day with courage, grace, and purpose. If you're still watching this video and find these lessons helpful, please comment below to let me know you're still here with me. Thank you for your valuable time. At 85 years old, Old Fi still lives life on his own terms. Every morning, he wakes up, makes his own breakfast from scratch, and enjoys the familiar rhythm of his daily routine. He tidies up his home, tends to his garden, and even runs his own errands. What makes him remarkable isn't just that he does these things, it's that he genuinely enjoys his independence. His family often offers to help, but he always smiles and says, "I can do it myself." For Old Fi, every task he completes is a reminder that he is still capable, still in control, and still living life with dignity. Maintaining independence in daily tasks is one of the strongest indicators of longevity and overall well-being. It's not just about being physically able, it's about preserving a sense of purpose and self-reliance. When people are no longer able to manage their daily activities, they often experience a decline in confidence, motivation, and even cognitive function. The simple ability to cook a meal, clean a room, or take care of oneself without constant assistance plays a significant role in maintaining a high quality of life. Research has shown that seniors who remain independent in their daily routines tend to live longer and experience fewer health complications. Performing everyday tasks requires both physical and mental engagement. Cooking, for example, involves coordination, memory, and problem-solving skills. Running errands requires mobility and decision-making. Each of these actions keeps the mind sharp and the body active, reducing the risk of cognitive decline and muscle deterioration. One of the greatest fears many older adults have is becoming a burden to their loved ones. This fear often leads to feelings of helplessness or frustration when they begin to rely on others for basic needs. But Old Fi's story proves that independence is not just a physical state, it's a mindset. He chooses to stay active, to take pride in his ability to care for himself, and to embrace each day as an opportunity to prove that he is still capable. Of course, independence doesn't mean refusing help when necessary. It means maintaining as much self-sufficiency as possible while also recognizing personal limits. As we age, adapting our environment to support independence, such as using assistive devices, modifying the home for safety, or practicing simple strength and balance exercises, can make a significant difference. The goal isn't to struggle alone. It's to maintain control over your own life for as long as possible. Old Fi's life is a reminder that independence is one of the most precious gifts of aging well. It allows us to maintain our dignity, stay engaged with the world, and continue making decisions for ourselves. So, whether it's cooking a meal, cleaning your space, or simply moving through your day with confidence, never underestimate the power of self-reliance. The more you do for yourself, the more life you bring into your years. Independence isn't just about survival, it's about truly living. If you're still watching this video and find these lessons helpful, please comment 3 below to let me know you're still here with me. Thank you for your valuable time. At 79, Uncle Charlie is the heart and soul of his community. Every month, he hosts lively game nights, filling his home with laughter, conversation, and the warmth of friendship. His table is always surrounded by old friends, neighbors, and even a few new faces eager to join in on the fun. His infectious energy brings people together, and his home is never quiet for long. People don't just come for the games. They come for the joy, the stories, and the sense of belonging that Uncle Charlie so effortlessly creates. Social connections are one of the most powerful predictors of longevity. In fact, research has shown that strong relationships can add years to a person's life. Loneliness, on the other hand, is considered just as dangerous as smoking or obesity. It contributes to depression, cognitive decline, and even heart disease. While aging often comes with changes in social circles, friends move away, family members become busy, and life slows down, those who actively nurture relationships tend to be happier, healthier, and more engaged with the world around them. Humans are social creatures, and we thrive on meaningful connections. Engaging in conversations, sharing experiences, and maintaining close friendships stimulate the brain, improve emotional health, and even boost the immune system. When people isolate themselves, they not only miss out on the joy of companionship, but they also put their health at risk. Uncle Charlie understands this well. His game nights aren't just about fun. They're his way of ensuring that he stays surrounded by people who make life richer. One of the biggest misconceptions about aging is that it has to be lonely. But social connections don't have to disappear with time. They just need to be nurtured. Making an effort to reach out, join a club, volunteer, or simply have regular conversations with neighbors can make a world of difference. The key is to be intentional about maintaining relationships. Even small interactions, like greeting a neighbor or calling an old friend, can have profound effects on mental well-being. Uncle Charlie also proves that social life isn't just about having friends, it's about being a friend. He doesn't wait for others to reach out. He creates opportunities to bring people together. His actions remind us that connection is a two-way street. We all have the power to reach out, invite others in, and make the effort to keep our relationships strong. For those who want to live a long, fulfilling life after 70, staying socially engaged is essential. Friendships keep the mind active, the heart full, and the soul young. Loneliness doesn't have to be a part of aging, not if you take the time to cultivate relationships that matter. Whether it's through game nights, shared meals, or simple phone calls, staying connected is one of the most beautiful and life-extending habits you can have. Like Uncle Charlie, don't just live, connect. Because in the end, the relationships we build are the true measure of a life well lived. At 90 years old, Mr. Bernie still wakes up with enthusiasm, eager to step outside and tend to his beloved garden. To an outsider, It might seem like a simple daily routine, watering plants, pulling weeds, nurturing the soil, but to Mr. Burney, it is so much more. His garden is his purpose. It gives him a reason to start each day with intention, to care for something beyond himself, and to stay engaged with the world. But gardening isn't his only passion. He also spends time mentoring younger men in his community, sharing wisdom, offering guidance, and reminding them that life is a journey filled with lessons. He often says, "The secret to living this long is having something to look forward to every day." A sense of purpose is one of the most powerful forces for longevity. It fuels motivation, keeps the mind sharp, and protects against feelings of stagnation and despair. Studies have consistently shown that people who have a clear purpose, whether it's through hobbies, work, volunteering, or family, tend to live longer and experience better overall health. Purpose doesn't have to be something grand or world-changing. It just has to be meaningful to the individual. As people grow older, they often face significant life changes, retirement, children growing up and moving away, or the loss of loved ones. Without something to strive for, it's easy to fall into a routine of passivity, where days feel empty and motivation dwindles. This is why purpose is so essential. It provides direction and keeps life exciting, no matter the age. Mr. Burney's garden is not just about growing plants, it's about growing life. His mentorship isn't just about giving advice, it's about staying connected, feeling valuable, and leaving a lasting impact on others. Purpose has been linked to better heart health, lower stress levels, and even a reduced risk of Alzheimer's and dementia. The reason is simple. When people have something that excites them, their brain stays engaged, their body remains active, and their emotional well-being thrives. A purposeful life leads to better habits. People with a strong sense of purpose are more likely to take care of their health, stay socially connected, and continue learning. The beauty of purpose is that it's never too late to find it. Whether it's learning a new skill, volunteering, caring for family, or creating something meaningful, purpose can take many forms. The key is to find what brings joy and fulfillment. Like Mr. Burney, those who wake up each day with a sense of mission tend to live not just longer, but happier lives. If you want to age well, ask yourself, what gives me purpose? What makes me excited to start the day? Whatever the answer, embrace it. Because the moment you stop searching for purpose is the moment you start letting life pass you by. Like Mr. Burney, find something to nurture, something to share, and something to look forward to. Purpose is the heartbeat of a life well lived. The secret to a long, fulfilling life is not hidden in genetics or luck. It's shaped by the choices we make every single day. The stories of Mr. George, Old Paul, Grandpa Walter, Old Fi, Uncle Charlie, and Mr. Burney teach us that longevity is not just about adding years to life, but adding life to years. Their lives show us that physical mobility, mental sharpness, emotional resilience, independence, social connections, and a sense of purpose are the pillars of aging well. Now, the question is, what will you do with this knowledge? How will you shape your future? Aging is not something to fear, it is something to embrace. But how we experience it depends on the habits we cultivate today. If you want to remain active and independent like Mr. George, start moving now. Take daily walks, stretch, or engage in light exercises. If you want to keep your mind as sharp as Old Paul's, challenge yourself intellectually, read books, solve puzzles, learn something new. If you admire Grandpa Walter's emotional resilience, practice adapting to life's hardships, find healthy ways to cope, express gratitude, and seek support when needed. Independence, as Old Fi demonstrates, is a mindset as much as it is a physical ability. Take pride in your daily tasks, no matter how small, and do what you can to maintain your self-sufficiency. If you want the rich social life that Uncle Charlie enjoys, prioritize connection, call an old friend, join a group, or invite someone over for a meal. And above all, if you want to wake up every day with excitement like Mr. Bernie, find a purpose, a passion, a responsibility, a reason to get out of bed in the morning. The best time to start shaping your future is now. No matter your age, no matter your current situation, you have the power to make choices that will enhance the years ahead. Small, intentional actions lead to lasting change. Choose movement over stillness, curiosity over stagnation, resilience over surrender, engagement over isolation, and purpose over apathy. Your future is not written yet, it is yours to shape. So, take control. Live with intention, embrace each day fully, and ensure that the years ahead are not just long, but meaningful. Because the way you live today will define the life you lead tomorrow. As we reach the later years of our lives, the question is not just how long we will live, but how well we will live. The stories of Mr. George, Old Paul, Grandpa Walter, Old Fi, Uncle Charlie, and Mr. Bernie are more than just examples of healthy aging. They are powerful reminders that we have control over the quality of our lives, no matter our age. These men didn't wait for time to decide their fate. They shaped their futures through the choices they made every day. And so can you. Physical mobility keeps us strong, independent, and free. Mental sharpness keeps us engaged, curious, and aware. Emotional resilience gives us the strength to overcome life's hardships and continue forward. Independence in daily tasks allows us to maintain our dignity and self-reliance. Social connections bring joy, purpose, and companionship. And most importantly, a sense of purpose gives us something to wake up for each morning. These 6 signs are not just indicators of longevity, they are the keys to a life well lived. Aging does not have to mean decline, isolation, or resignation. It can be a time of wisdom, growth, and fulfillment. The truth is, you are not powerless in the aging process. Your habits, mindset, and actions today will determine how you experience the years ahead. Will you embrace movement or settle into stillness? Will you keep your mind sharp or let it grow dull? Will you seek connection or allow loneliness to creep in? Will you live with purpose or simply exist? The choice is yours. And the best part? It is never too late to start. Whether you are 50, 60, 70, or beyond, you have the power to take control of your future. Start small. Take a walk. Read a book. Call an old friend. Try something new. Find something that excites you. The more you engage with life, the more life will give back to you. So, as you move forward, ask yourself, what kind of life do I want to live? Whatever your answer is, begin today. Because the secret to a long, fulfilling life is not found in a number, it is found in the way you choose to live every single day. Thank you for following us till the end. Don't forget to show some love by clicking the like button and subscribe. This supports the channel and allows me to continue creating content for you. Leave your thoughts or comments below. Feel free to express yourself and stay positive. See you next time.